Hello, welcome back to Hook Trigger Trail. I'm your host Mason, as per usual. And we got a Heritage Rough Rider revolver, single action 22 cal for you. And I say 22 cal because you can do 22 long rifle, or shorts for that matter, or longs, and then you could swap it out for a Magnum cylinder, which I did not get the combo. I just got the 22 long rifle. So, I have to take care of that business in a little bit. Once I get my $30 back from the rebate they're offering right now at this time. So, go get you one. I had one back in 2017. I loved it. I don't recall having any misfire issues with it, and I think it was a 2017 model, and I believe that was one that was made in Miami at the time. These ones are made in Bainbridge, Georgia. And you could tell that they are because check out that font on that 22 long rifle looking thing. Kind of reminds you of the font that you got right here. Kind of looks like the same font. So, love that one too. Have to do a review. But I'm hearing people having misfire issues on these new style ones. Made in Bainbridge. Hopefully I don't run into that situation. Haven't shot it yet, but we'll see. Another thing to consider, the finish, I should say, on the frame. This one, I kind of didn't pay attention to. I just thought it might have been some grease stuff that might come up. Who knows? Maybe I'll chip at it. It's kind of got like some brownish tarnish going on already. It's kind of weird looking on the part of the frame that houses the cylinder. But the part of the frame that has the trigger guard and your grip area, that's clean. That doesn't have any of that brown tarnish stuff on it. So, that's just things to consider. Another thing is, your grips may look different. They may be more brown instead of kind of like this reddish setup. The grain may be different. Maybe lighter or darker. So that's just something to consider when you're kind of looking. So I suggest hand picking these. And then the most important thing when you're hand picking them is to make sure you get one with a straight sight blade on it. Because the one that was on the display shelf at the store I grabbed it from, that one had a bent sight blade, and I said, hopefully you're not trying to sell me this one. He said, no, I'll get you a brand new one out of the back. I said, okay, bring 3 or 4. I want to go through them. He said, that's okay. So hopefully wherever you get it from will do the same. I went for the 6-inch model like I used to have back in the 6.5 inch like I used to have back in 2017. Like I said before, had no problems with that. The lockup's nice. Notice that thing's not moving. You can't even hear it moving. That's how nice that lockup is. I think my fingers are moving it, but if you look real close, I'm trying to move it, and it's not moving. That thing's locked up. That's got better lockup than a... Let's see. That thing's got better lockup than my 605. That's almost a $400 revolver. You can hear that loose lockup and see it. But either way, be a good time. This company owns this company, so that's pretty neat. Starting to get quite a few in the repertoire owned from that company. I'm going to do some tuning on my Taurus 605. Maybe that'll be a video. Who knows? We shall see. It's my everyday carry, so I am going to load it back up. Do not do this at home, kids. I just wanted to show lockup. There. And then that's my holster for it. Highly suggest this holster for this gun. If you have a 605 or an 85 or anything, get a DeSantis mini slide thumb brake. So awesome. Okay, I digress. Lockup feels good. Just look for those couple things, and hopefully you don't have a problem with the misfires. I never had a problem with my old one, so I don't know why there's so many of them having it now, because it seems like the fit and finish is so much nicer. Maybe not the finish, but the fit. It seems like the fit is so much nicer on the old ones, so I wouldn't know why they'd be hanging up like that. I bet it has something to do with this silly safety. So, we'll see. Maybe there's a way to delete that. Somebody on the internet ought to know. We'll see. It don't bother me too much. I'll get this 22 Magnum cylinder for it. And then maybe we'll do a little showdown with that versus the TX versus this girl right here. One of my favorite 22s of all time. And we'll just have a frickin' party. Looks like you can get a sweet holster. It's a pretty cool looking holster, but from my old one, I bought this out of some bargain bin thing. I forget where I was at. But it said 22 SA at the bottom. I said, I bet you that fit something I got at home, and lo and behold, it does fit. I mean, it doesn't cover the trigger guard, but it's a holster. And for every pistol you have, you gotta have a holster. I don't know, I like brown leather holstered things, I guess, eh? All them brown leather holsters. It's just classy to me. This knife was cheap, but it works. It stays sharp. I don't know how good 440 China stainless is, but the thing's never led me wrong. Hopefully it's going to chop up a deer soon. Maybe that'll be on video. Either or. That was just a couple things to consider when you are looking for one of these bad boys. Very easy to take down and swap your cylinder out. Don't know. This one seems like it kind of peels apart easier than my old one. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. But, yeah. Just like the mechanical fit and finish feels really good on this. So I'm hoping I don't have that problem. That loading gate seems like it can be not as sloppy. But it still seems stronger than my old one. My old one seemed sloppier. So yeah, just goes in, nice and good, half cock. Oh yeah, she ratchets nice. I think that's the word, ratchet. Yeah, just super tight lockup. Love it. We'll get a video shooting her soon. See how she goes. Again, thanks for tuning in. Drop your comments down below on how you like yours. Everybody should at least have one of these for how cheap they are. I don't care if they're 100 or 150. I think they're still worth 150. Even if you got problems with it, you got to send it back once. Still worth 150 in my eyes. But that's just me being broke boy budget. So either way, have yourself a good one. Let me know down in the comments how you like yours. Or if you got any other questions on considering one of these. Take it easy. Have a good night.